With Cuba and health specifically, this time we really interacted with the health system in a much more personal way. You know, students sort of became ill or unwell in different ways. And so as a mentor, I was really there with them and supporting them through all of those processes of navigating that healthcare system. And so I really got to see it up close and personal in a way that I didn't or wouldn't have as a student who was just in the larger student body. I was, you know, there making sure that people had people in the doctor's offices with them and really got to make those connections and understand the minutia of that system in a way as someone who's interacting it face to face as opposed to just learning about it in the classroom setting. I didn't really listen to a lot of the chatter and propaganda about Cuba, but I know that it definitely cut through what I had experienced to be able to say, yeah, no, this isn't how this works. Cuba is actually much more developed. And it really gave me what I found was an appreciation for what they have and a real respect for what they have. And so being able to go back as a mentor, it really just it made me interact in those ways a second time, which I think that with anything in life, you interact with something the first time and there's a lot of learning and there's a lot of processing, and then when you interact with it again, you really actually get to dig into it and really appreciate what you're experiencing as opposed to just sort of processing what you're experiencing. So I think that was the difference in terms of those misconceptions of, oh, scarcity, things that just having to make do. And I think in the first year I went and I was like, wow, this is amazing, look what they can do. And in the second year, being able to re-examine it and say, from even a less imperial lens, and to be able to say, no, like, look what they're doing, as opposed to comparing it to Canada. It's more so an appreciation. I think that was the big misconception, was my own way of approaching the material and approaching the learning. I think the best moment for me was when we went to the Casa de Abuelos, which is a grandparent's home. It's like a day program essentially for older adults in Cuba. And for me that was really special because that's a field that I'm interested in working in, but also because the way that the students really embraced, and you could see this intergenerational and community aspect of culture in Cuba in a real and tangible way. So word of advice for future students is bring your gratitude, bring your curiosity, just be open to everything, because you never know where learning is coming from, and practice saying yes to everything that comes your way.